moment for God.
Every day is a new opportunity to hear and learn from God. Let's take this moment to receive His word for today.
All right, so tackling a big one, truth, lies, and, spiritual warfare.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a heavy topic.
It is. And, we're going to look at it through this verse in the Bible, John 8:44, where Jesus, he's having this pretty intense conversation with the Pharisees. And it's interesting because, you read this and you think, okay, this was written ages ago. But it, when you really look at it, it's so relevant to, everything we're dealing with even now.
Well, I'm excited to break it down with you because I think this passage does exactly what you're saying. It unveils this hidden spiritual reality that we don't often pay attention to. And I think, we're going to see as we go through this how it connects to, real battles that people are facing in their lives.
Yeah. And I think for people listening, you don't have to be a Bible scholar to get this. And even if you've never read the Bible, this is going to be, it's going to be a good deep dive for you.
Yeah.
So the verse, John 8:44, goes like this.
Okay.
You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies.
Wow.
Right. Talk about...
he didn't hold back.
No, he did not mince words. He was not hey guys, let's,
Diplomatic.
Yeah, very direct. And I think that's what's so striking, right? Jesus just comes out and says, hey, the devil, that's where this deception comes from. He's the originator.
Yeah. And, that's so important for us to grasp if we're going to even begin to understand, spiritual warfare, right?
Yeah.
The idea that deception, it's a strategy with a source. It's not just random.
It's intentional.
It's intentional. It has a purpose. It's aimed at pulling us away from the truth.
Yeah. And that's something that this source, the art of deception, really drove home for me. It was talking about how the devil knows our weaknesses, and he uses those against us.
Yeah.
He twists the truth. He plants those seeds of doubt. And it's he's not in a hurry. He's playing the long game.
He's playing the long game, exactly. He's patient.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to win all at once.
Right.
He just has to, chip away at our foundation. Make us question what's real, what we believe.
It's kind of creepy when you think about it like that. It's a little unnerving. So, what do we do? How do we protect ourselves?
Yeah.
Because the source mentioned this idea of discernment.
Okay.
But what does that even look like practically?
So discernment, think of it like spiritual muscle.
Right.
We have to train ourselves. We have to learn to recognize the enemy's tactics. One of the big ones is to blend truth with lies.
Oh, yeah.
To make the lie more believable. And, thinking about, you sent me that article.
Oh, right. About all that misinformation.
Yeah, the misinformation online.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
Because it's they'll take a really photo or a real event and then just completely twist it, the context, to fit whatever story they're trying to tell.
Exactly. So discernment is about, checking sources. Considering different perspectives, not just taking everything at face value.
Yeah.
It's pausing before we share something and asking, is this true? Where is this coming from? Is this a reliable source?
Yeah. And I think that's so huge, especially today, because things spread so fast online. It's you can't just,
Yeah, you really got to
take everything at face value.
Be careful.
And the source also talked about this idea of, spiritual warfare. I'll be honest, that phrase has always kind of felt, abstract to me.
Yeah, I get that. And I think it's because it is a battle that's fought in a realm we can't see with our physical eyes.
Right.
It's spiritual, but we see the effects though, right? Every day. Think about the anxieties we deal with.
Oh, yeah.
The temptations, the negative thoughts that just seem to come out of nowhere.
Yeah, where does that come from?
Right. Those can be signs of, of spiritual warfare.
So it's not fighting demons with swords and shields or something.
Right.
It's more about recognizing the influence.
Yeah, recognizing the influence of these forces in our everyday lives.
Okay, I think that makes more sense.
It's subtle, but it's real.
Yeah. And like, where does that battle actually happen? Is it like in our minds?
I think so. I think our minds are the battleground a lot of the time.
Okay.
Our thoughts, our beliefs, the choices we make.
The source talked about staying rooted in God's word.
Yes.
Is that like our weapon then?
Absolutely. The Bible gives us guidance, wisdom, and truth to combat the lies. But it also reminds us that we're not alone.
Yeah.
We have prayer, we have the support of other believers.
The community.
Yeah, community. And we have the strength that comes from God himself.
That's encouraging. So going back to John 8.44.
Okay.
It's not just like, exposing the lies. It's also pointing us to the truth. And that's Jesus, right?
Yep.
He's called the way, the truth, and the life.
Such a powerful contrast.
Right. Because on the one hand, you've got the devil, the father of lies.
Yeah.
And then you have Jesus, who is truth.
And it boils down to a choice, doesn't it?
It does.
Who are we going to align ourselves with?
Wow. That's, it's a lot to think about. So, for everyone listening, take a minute. Think about your own life. Where are you facing deception? What are those areas where maybe you're not being as discerning as you could be? How can you actively choose truth, even when it's hard? Like, those are the questions that I think, we all need to be wrestling with.
And, we don't have all the answers.
Oh, absolutely not.
This is a journey. We're all figuring it out as we go.
Yeah.
But the important thing is to keep seeking.
Yeah, to keep asking questions, to keep searching for the truth.
Exactly.
And remember, you're not alone in this.
Right.
There's a whole community of people out there.
Whole community.
Wrestling with these same things.
So keep searching, keep the conversation going, and don't give up on truth.
Yeah, that's so good. All right, well, that's our deep dive for today.
Until next time.
Yeah, we'll see you folks next time.
Keep thinking.
Keep thinking.